Hey y'all, how does your girl do it? How do she do it? She manages to do it each and every time. Um, I managed to get kicked out of a fibromyalgia group. Can y'all believe that? Can y'all believe that one? Can y'all believe that one? How do you get kicked out of a fibromyalgia group? Well, I'm going to tell you. You type in capital letters and you just be too positive for them. They can't handle it. And when I do get kicked out of groups, it's usually because I'm too much truth for them. And it ain't never because I curse anybody out, because I ever disrespect anybody, call them out their name. None of that. Never. I pride myself on that. I'm actually like a perfectionist when it comes to that. I just will not, reduce myself to the point where I got to do that. So, last night, I got invited to a fibromyalgia group, and I had forgotten the name of it. It was like, we a subgroup of some other fibromyalgia group, but we just a group of fibromyalgia people who just choose to be positive in order to cope, who willing to smile no matter how bad the pain is. And I was like, oh yeah, now that's the group for me. And so what had happened is that I had wrote this long soliloquy in caps saying how I'm so glad to find this group, or that you found me, and that's what I always felt about the fibromyalgia groups, that it was just too much focus on how bad you feel, and that just is overwhelming and gets to be depressing after a while. And so I just went on and on, but I made the mistake of doing it in caps. I'm gonna correct that. I'll consider typing in caps mistakes. So this is a cautionary tale. You got some people who are texting Nazis, and I have gotten in trouble more than one occasion with typing in caps, and I refuse to conform. I refuse to. So when I went through this long little introduction of myself, thank you for adding me to the group, come to find out I had actually posted that post to the wrong group. It was not the group who had invited me in and said, this is a group that you are a person that's positive and willing to smile through the pain. Wasn't that. This was a so-called group called Fibromyalgia and Inspiration. And wasn't no inspiration happening in that group. What was happening was, apparently there was a hidden agenda. Apparently they had some pet person from YouTube that they had pinned to the top to promote, and they got 15,000 people, 50,000 people. I don't even know what the exact number was up there. The number's high. And I was just too much truth for them. They didn't want nobody coming in that shine like their pet, or just as good as, And so I went on with my story. I'm so glad I got into a group that, able to smile. No matter what the pain, and I feel that was one of the problems with all the fibromyalgia groups that I had joined, is that it was so depressing, and I left them alone, and just because that's overwhelming to come in and see that. And so somebody came on there and made a comment, and anyway, I said I just choose not to be defined by the pain. And I guess somebody from the group, one of their pets in that group came and said, well, you gotta accept the people, that's where they are, and this is supposed to be a group for meeting the people where they are. And I came back with I feel like it works both ways. This is where I am, where I made a conscious choice to be happy or positive or smile or have a sense of humor despite the pain. No matter how bad I feel, I choose to cope like that. So that's what I wanted to meet. I wasn't cursing nobody out. I wasn't putting nobody down. But that rubbed the egos the wrong way. And so, next thing you know, somebody, as I mentioned, I said, well, I'll give you an example. I was in one fibromyalgia group, and I said, well, one of the things I do to cope with pain is art. And I put up my Prince picture, and all the women were coming in there one by one, showing the art that they worked on. Some of them did the little coloring books, the adult coloring books, and they were just beautiful. And it's like, well, I'm not really an artist, but this is what I do. I doodle away on this, adult art book. And it was beautiful. I said, that counts as art, because if you're able to put the colors in there where it, it's beautiful, that still counts. And we was just vibing and having a good time, and bloop, next thing you know, I'm gone out that group. Like, what happened? I still don't know to this day what happened. So I told that little story, and so I didn't get a response. Next day, somebody came on there. Maybe it was the Caps. I believe that somebody who came on there and said maybe it was the Caps was probably the witch who deleted me from the other group and just really told on herself without knowing. And so I said, it's not illegal to type in caps. And so that's one of my netiquettes for today. You got a group that's oppressing you on the issue of caps. They don't even realize that part is against the law, because if I'm a disabled person and I tell you I only have a device that types in caps, because it is people that's in that situation. They disabled and they got a device, like they, I know of a paraplegic, they can only talk to a voice box, and the voice box only types in caps. They paraplegic don't have no fingers to go up and down and shift key and all that goofy stuff. No group has the right to tell you cannot type in caps. And I've had this argument in other groups. So here I am back into this same argument again. Some madness, in my opinion. Why am I arguing about caps? Because it's not illegal. It's not illegal. Some unwritten rule out there that's left over from antiquated dinosaurs, because that was the little unwritten rule on the internet. Typing in caps means shouting. I said, well, look, if I put a disclaimer up there and say not shouting, is that good? Is that cool with y'all? Oh, no. It's somebody that just, text Nazi. Yeah, it's a trip. A text Nazi, and I really believe what I said, that's what made me rub them the wrong way. I said, just because it's a text Nazi in this group, don't mean I have to stop doing something that's effective for me. And then somebody else came on, well, I couldn't really read the all caps. Woo, 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 woo. You might as well type in lowercase. And I said, guess what? I can't read the lowercase. And it's true. I said, that's debatable. Everybody is different. It's easier for me to read caps. Why your vision is different than my vision is debatable. You can't just come on here and put your situation over and above mine. to me, why would you make me stop typing in caps if that's what I need to do to express myself? So I explained why I do it. I said, because I'm attentionally challenged. I forget what I'm about to say. So I don't take time to stop, shift and up, shift key and all that. That's enough to make me lose my thoughts. So I just get to typing and I leave the cap lock on. And I usually do that when I'm trying to get an important point across. And it's nothing personal. It's not me shouting. It's not, and because, the younger people, it ain't even no big deal, because it's not even no rule, because they could care less whether it's in caps or lowercase. That's just some goofy shit left over from the antiquated times, my times, unwritten rule on the internet. It's not carved in stone. It's not a law against it. And you have every right to type in caps if you want to. If you got a problem looking and reading caps, don't read it. Move on. It's nothing personal. But these people in this fibromyalgia group took it personally. So I'm telling you this story. This is one reason. This one reason why I don't have a huge following. Because I get kicked out of groups on goofy shit like that. It has happened with me with an Australia company that I was using their software to run my website, and I was trying to get technical support, and all of them came ganging up on me, bullying me, trying to make me stop typing caps, and I kept standing my ground. You can't make me stop typing caps. You can't do it. That group couldn't do it to me today. Nobody can do it to me, period. And I said I could not believe that they were so much more concerned about the caps instead of asking my actual technical question. Nobody came on there and answered the tech question. They just argued with me about the caps. And one went so far as to copy and paste the whole caps that I wrote just to prove something to me. And all he proved is that he wasted more time not answering my question and didn't change it to something I could see better, because now I can't even see my own question clear because you didn't put it in lowercase where what I can't see good. I type in caps. Everything I do is caps. All my files and typing in my computer is in caps. I see that easier. That's me, my vision. You can't tell me what everybody's vision is. That's your vision. If you can't look at look at caps. Most of that I feel is psychological. I consider you a psycho if you can't read caps. And then somebody even went and looked up the rules, graphics wise, because you messing with the wrong person, because I can go get rules and research too. Like, the only rule that was being broken as far as all text is not breaking up with white space. So you shouldn't even type lowercase in a long drawn out essay, which I've been guilty of. Long essays, a long text message, they need to be broken up with white space. That's caps or lowercase. That applies to both fonts, both symbols, lowercase and uppercase. But yes, y'all, your girl got kicked out of a fibromyalgia group because I was typing in caps. And if I didn't live through it, I wouldn't believe it. And y'all know I got receipts. I take screenshots. And that's the reason why I have multiple profiles. Because that witch who eliminated me from the fibro group, what these ego maniacs that run these groups and websites fail to realize, you are disrupting relationships. How about all those people who wanted to be my friend, wanted to get to know me better, because they saw that I was a positive person, which did happen. I got nothing but positive responses from the people who actually showed up on my posts and wanted to interact with me. Now you done severed our friendship. I didn't get to exchange numbers or nothing. Or maybe it was a long lost friend that I found in your group, and we didn't get to exchange numbers. Here you trying to exercise some power and control over me over the issue of caps. The funniest part of it is that I went through all of that for nothing, because I was actually posting in the wrong group, so it was an accident. I had intended to post that long soliloquy about how I'm so glad to find a group of women or people who suffer from fibromyalgia who choose to smile through the pain, no matter how bad the pain is. In fact, even as I got removed from one, I was still in that group. They didn't know it, because, I ain't new to this. So I was right in there in that group, seeing my posts anyway, and seeing how they just wiped me out completely. So somebody's ego was definitely rubbed the wrong way. I could see it, because usually if they just take you out, you still see the post. No, they wanted to obliterate me. They didn't just ban me from the group. They deleted my post completely. And to me, that's egos flaring. That ain't got nothing to do with cap letters, or it's because I didn't just bow down to your demand. You must type in lowercase, And that's what's wrong with these groups. They're a whole bunch of little dictatorial ships. They not democracies, because nobody should have the right to tell me I cannot type in caps unless that shit is actually illegal in real life. This is fake life, virtual life. You can't force me to change to lowercase. And it blows me away. So when y'all ask me why I don't post more, do more, because I be trying to just be like y'all, just, I'm just on here just socializing. But I run into this kind of problem all the time. They fuck with me because they think they got a peon, and I just be shining too bright. My aura just be too much for me. They can't handle the truth. It just be too much truth for them, because they would have left that. They would have left that if they was really on the righteous thing. They would have left that post up as an example, because there wasn't no curse words or nothing in there to where as you'll be ashamed. But egos was bruised. Egos was bruised, so they had to obliterate me. And I keep the profiles, extra profiles, for this reason. And I was able to get in there and, snap up some of the friends, ask them to be my friends, so that despite they ego trip they on with they big group, fibromyalgia group, that's negative. And I ain't the first one, because a lot of people be running from such groups just like me, because it's negative. Anytime you have a group and the whole entire group is, I'm in so much pain, who can top the most pain, who got the most conditions, I can't deal with that. I would like to be on a fibromyalgia group and see, hey, today was your birthday, somebody got married today, did you get sex real good tonight? I need that. I can't just talk about how bad my pain is all the time. Now I will say, and that's what I did say in response to them when they said, well, you got to meet people where they are. I said, what do you think, that I'm not there? You got to meet me there too. I know that I need somewhere where I can say that, oh my God, my pain is off the chain. And people understand. So you want to hug then, because it is days that get like that. I would be remiss to, insinuate that you could just say be chipper all the time and it goes away. I ain't say nothing about it goes away. But for that moment that you enjoying beautiful art, or if somebody is sharing a wonderful story or something that happened to them, great. For that one moment, you're not thinking about the pain. It don't go away, but at least your mind is not thinking about it. And I really think they can't have that. My life lesson as far as that goes, that I learned, is that how much we contribute to our own demise when we stay focused on how much pain we in. It was somebody who put a comment in as you called yourself to be sick, and I took such offense. But I had to live it to realize, you know what, that person was actually right. Here I am, I'm engaging in all types of negative lifestyles, including smoking cigarettes. I'm not eating the best. I'm not getting the best sleep. So why would your fibromyalgia get better? So when I was coming up with things, it was one of them there that asked a question that said, does your fibromyalgia progressively get worse? And I came on there and said, no, it's getting better. I didn't get cured, but it's getting better. I went from where I could just only have a physical exertion day one day, just a little bit on one day, and I'm wiped out and knocked out 3 days just for that one day. I was able to experience being able to exert physical activity 3 days in a row without being that wiped out. Here I am, I'm talking to y'all now. I should be knocked out. I admittedly, I did take it easy today. I really didn't do, much of anything. I watered my plants, and that was just about it, beyond just being on social media. But once upon a time, I do the physical exertion 3 days in a row, and today you would not even be seeing me or talking to me. I'd be laid out. Nothing I could do. It would be nothing I could do but just give in to the exhaustion, to the fatigue. And get some rest and recover. So you can't get mad if somebody don't understand your pain. And then when somebody asked that question, and I said, no, mine's not progressed. I was diagnosed in 2000. I had it 17 years. Somebody jumped on there. What meds did you take? What did you do? They just automatically thought it was medicine. No, it wasn't medicine. The doctor, the industry has gave me the runaround. It was so much pushback on the narcotics and prescribing pain medicine. And so what that did, and they didn't even realize it, indirectly, that forced me to have to deal with my pain and cope with it without medication. Because they wouldn't prescribe the narcotics. Now I'm in a panic. Obamacare came along, and now all these doctors around here, they weren't taking new patients. And I relocated from Chicago to here, and so by me being a new patient, I just fell through all kinds of cracks. And that forced me to have to deal with my condition, with no help, with no meds. And obviously with no support from a fibromyalgia group, because look how easy it was for them to kick me out. Kicking me out over caps? For real? Really? Really? Anyway, I'm going to post this up in the group that I was supposed to be in, because really that was a mistake. Believe it or not, I went through all of that and did not realize till just now was that I was posting in the wrong group. And then that group that I did post in proved my point. By them being negative, zeroing in on me on the caps, it proved why I don't fuck with the fibromyalgia groups, okay? You're negative. You're negative. You need positivity in your life. You need to reduce stress. You need to take your ass to bed, rest, get enough rest, put good food in your body, drink plenty of water, Change to an alkaline diet. Force your doctors to take a vitamin D test. Even though I did that, my doctor said I'm normal. So, but I still suspect a issue with vitamin D. So I still eat vitamin D. I put vitamin D foods in my body. I did the homework and research. When I do see research information, I seize on it. I don't wait for no doctor to validate it, because the doctor's been fucking me over as far as my condition for a minute. And I'm tired. I'm tired of being a guinea pig to the doctors. Something is wrong when you got thousands of people in the group talking about how many thousands of medicines they own, that they list the medicines look like a pharmacy, and really you still on here with all this pain? Is that telling you something? Well, if it ain't telling you something, that's what it's telling me, is that obviously all those pills ain't working. Why do you need all those pills and you still on here every day? I'm in so much pain. Well, something ain't right. Something ain't working. Something ain't working. Me, I am still in pain. I'm not diminishing people's pain, but I'm just saying, popping all them pills ain't really doing it either. When I changed to a healthier lifestyle, that's when I saw changes in my body and my condition, changes in my attitude, changes in my energy, changes, positive changes that I did not see with all that pill popping I was doing and all that, focusing on the pain I was doing. Stress kills. I eliminated stress from my life. I don't do stress. I see you negative and you come in with some negativity in my space, I get away from you, because stress kills. I like my life in terms of the person that I am. I've always liked myself. What I don't like is the fibromyalgia, and I don't like coming to a group and that's all I see is negativity. Not one, thing on there about coping. How do you cope with it? How do you cope? What do you do to deal with it? So I'm glad they said goodbye to me, and I can't wait to get back with you ladies who can smile through the pain. I will be posting this video in your group just to let you know I went through some drama today. And I didn't ask for that drama. It was over caps, typing in caps. Can't nobody tell me how to type. It's not against the law. Even that Australian company where I was bullied, I went from being bullied in a tech group on that issue, and I said I can't believe all this focus is on this issue, and finally somebody from Australia, I said, I don't know, maybe it's y'all country that, why it's such a big deal. And two people came on there and said, no, it's not against the law here either. And people typing caps all the time. So I was glad those two people came in there and supported me, because up till then I was getting ganged up on this issue. And the same thing happened today in this fibromyalgia group. Wasn't no inspirational words for me. It was just gentle insults. They gonna insult my intelligence. Gentle comments. Are you kidding me? Are you telling me that if I say not shouting, I put a disclaimer on my comment and say not shouting, that's not a gentle, that can't be a gentle statement. I tell you. I tell you that. I think that's why they deleted my whole entire status, because it wasn't nothing negative, and I was just too real for them. Oh, they couldn't handle the truth. They could not handle the truth. You try to tell me that I can't say nice stuff in caps. Anyway, peace and love till I see you again.